Hello everyone, it's me Samuel Taylor Ackroyd and a very good morning from Edinburgh Airport in Scotland. Today I am going to be flying with EasyJet down south to London Luton Airport on board one of EasyJet's Airbus A319s. And this afternoon I have an excellent view of the Airbus A319's engines as I will be sitting near the front of the aircraft. So I'm just standing just outside the terminal building just now, just next to the big Edinburgh sign, just near the tram stop. And I'm now going to head inside the terminal and head through security to wait for our flight down to London Luton this morning. Or this afternoon, I should say, as it's currently the morning just now, but my flight is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So right there is the EasyJet bag drop area, and thank God that I don't need to go there this morning, as I've just got hand luggage with me and a mobile boarding pass. So luckily I don't need to stand in that long queue this morning. Okay, so far this looks like it's going to be a rather easy process, as security does not look all that busy this morning. I mean, it's not exactly a peak time here at the airport right now, so while there are a few people, it's not that busy, and everyone's moving, so the queue's not backed up or anything. So I'll see you when I'm airside. Alright, so that's security cleared and I am now airside, just entering the duty-free store, which I'm just going to pass through, as I don't usually do duty-free shopping. So I'm just going to head into the main part of the departure lounge to get to one of the newer water features here. And I'm going to fill up my water bottle because I am really hot right now and very thirsty. Okay, so just as you come out the duty-free store, the water features are just off to the left-hand side from when you first walk out of the duty-free store. And above the water features is a new and improved departure board. Alright, so that's my water bottle all filled up. Those water features definitely come in handy for those of you who do like to bring water bottles with you everywhere you go. So free drink basically, and very refreshing as well, especially in a very hot departure lounge like it is today. It's very hot in here, but then again, I am wearing a coat and a hoodie right now, so that's probably contributing to why I'm very hot right now. So now I'm going to go find a place to sit and drink my water and have a look at some of the views of the apron.
Numéro 1687, veuillez vous rendre immédiatement.
Alright, so I'm now just heading to the part of the airport where gates 20 to 29 are, as it's usually a lot cooler in that part of the airport normally. It's very warm today in this terminal, but as mentioned already, I am wearing a coat and a hoodie, and luckily I do have my water bottle to help keep me cool. Usually this part of the airport is where most of the domestic flights that are operated by Ryanair, EasyJet and Aer Lingus depart from. So whether you're heading to London Luton like I am, London Gatwick, London Stansted or Belfast or Bristol, most of the time they do tend to depart from this part of the airport, the cooler part of the airport, thankfully. So I'm just heading there now to try and find myself a seat, as that's usually the quietest part of the airport as well. So there should be plenty of seating available up here, so I'm just going to go find a place to sit down and relax a little bit before my flight. Alright, so I'm now at the very end of the terminal where gates 26 to 29 are, and as far as I'm concerned, it should be departure gate number 26 that we board our flight to Luton from. The aircraft is just over 10 minutes away from landing on its inbound flight from London Luton Airport. The moment it goes on screens, I'm just going to immediately queue up so that way I can actually be the first to board the aircraft, because I do have speedy boarding, because I did pay to bring a carry-on suitcase on board the plane with me. So I've got my carry-on suitcase and my rucksack, everything I need for this trip, so I should be the first one to board the aircraft. So that's going to be the first time in my life that has ever happened. So in a way, I guess you could say that this flight is unique, as that's the first time that has ever happened to me. So I don't have to worry about waiting for anyone else to put their bags in the overhead lockers or anything. And since I'm sitting near the front of the plane, it shouldn't take long for me to do the same thing, since I'll be sitting in seat 4 Alpha on this flight. So I'll have a great view of the Airbus A319's #1 engine, the left side engine. So I will see you all when it's nearly that time to board the aircraft. And there's our aircraft arriving on its inbound flight from London Luton. So as you can see, the flight is now on the screen for departure gate number 26. It is still currently taxiing. Oh no, it's just over there, right there, just on its way to arrive on stand. So all those passengers on the inbound flight from London Luton will make their way up here into the departure lounge to get into the domestic arrivals area, and then me and my fellow passengers will board for the return flight to Luton Airport.
EasyJet service EJU783 to Amsterdam. Please come forward for immediate boarding to departure gate number 13. Your gate is now closing.
So the aircraft flying me down to London Luton today has now arrived on stand, and as you can see, there's all of the passengers disembarking on the inbound flight from Luton. This aircraft is an 18-year-old Airbus A319-100 registered as Golf-Echo Zulu Alpha Victor, which performed its first flight on the 24th of May 2006, and it was delivered to EasyJet just under a month later on the 22nd of June 2006, and it has flown with EasyJet throughout its whole life and no other airline. And luckily for me, my carry-on suitcase does in fact fit EasyJet's baggage sizer.
I'll just get you to work inside.
The boarding process was smooth and we were soon getting ready to push back. Now let's get ready for our departure and head down to Luton. Enjoy these clips of the taxi and the takeoff from Edinburgh Airport's runway 24.
Cabin crew arm doors for departure, please.
Very shortly after takeoff, the crew were already getting ready to start the onboard service. When the crew came around the cabin, I ordered a can of Sprite and I decided to try out EasyJet's pizza, which I had to wait roughly 15 more minutes for, but it was worth it as it was delicious and quite filling. After finishing my lunch, I got up from my seat to use the bathroom, which were spotlessly clean on this aircraft, and also offered a baby changing table. We had already started our descent towards Luton, so let's have a quick look at the seat while we still have time. Legroom on EasyJet's A319s is pretty good for a low-cost airline, and I could easily sit here for a few hours. For reference, I am roughly 6 foot tall. The onboard menu had an excellent selection of food and drinks on offer. The tray table is quite large and sturdy, and it has an indent for a drink. Above the seat, there are reading lights and our own individual air conditioning, as well as the call button for the crew members' attention. Just before I returned to my seat after using the bathroom, I ended up chatting away to the crew about my passion for aviation and my hobby as a plane spotter. And I also asked in advance if they could ask the pilots if I could pay a visit to the flight deck once we arrive on stand at Luton, to which I got approved to do so. Now enjoy the arrival into London Luton Airport on runway 07. So welcome to London Luton Airport after yet another great flight with EasyJet. As is usually the case, the crew were friendly and attentive throughout the flight, the food was delicious, and EasyJet's older seats are definitely very comfortable and adequate for flights lasting a few hours. And it's always a bonus when you're allowed a flight deck visit. I paid £34.99 for this flight, plus an extra £22.49 to bring a carry-on suitcase with me, and another £15.99 to reserve seat 4 Alpha. That's a total of £73.47. Since I asked in advance about a flight deck visit, I didn't wait for everyone to get off the plane and headed straight for the flight deck as the pilots were expecting me. I'd like to say a big thanks to the co-pilot for taking this photo of me sitting in the captain's seat. This was definitely a great flight with EasyJet, but unfortunately it had to come to an end. Thanks so much for watching this trip report. Stay safe and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.